9, 8, 7. Let me get this camera straight, y'all. Okay. Could that be it right there? Ooh, I'm getting nice at this. And we're together, right? I think we together right about there. Both sides, everything is in the frame, and I'm good. Hope everybody's having a fantastic day. Got to get this audio cracking over here. Make sure you up. There you go. I hear you. Hope everybody's good. It's Thursday, y'all. Trump. Jimmy Kimmel returns to TV and cries about Charlie Kirk remarks. We about to get into it, you guys. It's Thursday. It's the 25th. I can't wait. Sinus is all clear, feeling good. We got all the family in the building. We got Mark Dorfman in the building, Jeffrey Spilker. See my brother Casey up in the building. How you doing? Demonetized up in here early. Mark Dorfman. Who else we got up in here? I see we got you up in here, Rebecca Lanyan Bueno. I know it, Grand Rapids, Michigan. Y'all ready to get into it? It's almost time. I think we got a little bit more time that we can play around with, but we got everything lined up. You know what I'm going to do though, right? Give me 1 second. Because I'm going to make sure I got this one. I'm going to make sure I got this one. Yeah, I'm going to make sure I got this one. We going to get in with this. Not yet. Not yet. Everybody come on in. Come on in. Come on in. I got a good one for y'all this morning. It's almost time. There we go. It's not easy doing this. Even my phone tells me my heart rate is up. I'm ready to go. They're ready to go. It's time to start the show. I hope you're ready, yo, 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 yo. And we're going to start with the what? Wind it up. Had a good one yesterday. Wind it up. We got to wind it up. It's time to turn it up. I said, wind it up. Maybe y'all want to do it. No? Olay. That's right, y'all. Let's get those pores open. Oh yeah, I feel it already. I feel it already. Come on, y'all, let's go. All summer long, we've been together, and I've never felt so good. 'Cause when I'm with you, it's such a good time. Yes, it is. And when you get next to me, you make my heart beat fast. You do me bad when you smile. I can't get enough. I know we're in love. 'Cause I can't get enough. 'Cause I like the way. Come on, y'all. You kiss me when we're playing the kissing game. I like the way you kiss me when we're playing the kissing game. That's right, y'all. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? 'Cause I am. 'Cause this if pump that beat. It's Thursday the 25th. That's right, y'all. It's 2025. I'm your host, Boogotti NYC, and this here's our bottom line, where we be talking about this and that and that and this and this and that and that, where we be talking about this and that and that and this and this and that. Just got me lit. Come on, y'all, tell the truth. High five. I like all summer long. We've been together. Be like this, and I never felt so good. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Let me see who's in the building this morning. We got Luigi up in the building. We got Liberty and Justice up in the building. We got Project Los Santos up in the building. Thank you so much. She loves all the 80s songs. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Liberty. We got Junior up in the building. We got Mark Dorfman up in the building. We got Clifford, my brother Casey's up in here. Liberty doing her thing. And also, y'all know who I'm going to shout out, right? We got my sister, Rebecca Lanyen Bueno, chiming in from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Hope everybody's having a fantastic day. It's your boy Bugatti NYC. It's Thursday the 25th. Y'all already know what I'm gonna say, right? Y'all could have went anywhere, but the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you, and I hope you guys do appreciate the 80 songs. Guess what? Because I don't know a lot. I gotta go as hard as I can. I'm over here at nighttime, like, okay, we've been together, and I never felt so good. Because you be thinking that you know the song, but you really don't. I actually got some of the words over there. I'm not gonna lie. Y'all my co-host. Gotta tell the truth. Why not tell the truth? And we get through it all together. But it worked, right? So we gotta do what we gotta do sometime. It's your boy Bugatti NYC. What I got for you guys this morning, I got a fully loaded clip. And guess what I'm gonna do right now? I already did my shout outs, right? So you know what's next? Let's get into these titles. Let's go, y'all. Let's go. What do I have for you this Thursday, the 25th, 2025? I have Trump. Jimmy Kimmel returns to TV and cries about his Charlie Kirk remarks. As you guys can see, some clever, strategic, phenomenal designer was able to actually grab the shot and bring it to you with the pouty face. We're going to keep on moving forward. What else do we have in the titles here? We have the Department of Homeland Security says that it will not comply with the mask. Yeah, you heard that? The mask ban on officers. You know what Gavin New was trying to get them to do? He basically signed in a state law. How are you going to try to outdo a federal law with a state law? We got the clips, y'all. We're going to keep on moving forward. Last but not least, what do I have here? We've got a staggering moment that beachgoers push a migrant boat that was trying to dock illegally back into the sea. I'm talking about this boat tried to come in. They was like, yeah, America, America. There was a whole bunch of people on the beach, on the shore. They was like, not today. Push that boat right back into the water. And guess what? See ya. Hope you had a good float. Get the hell. Yep, got them right back on their course. They didn't make it in. Yes, you guys, I got a lot to get into. We got breaking information. We got a lot of funny stuff. We got a lot of serious stuff. And we're going to do what we normally do. But you know what it's time for me to do, right? It's time for me to get to work and stop talking. I got some breaking information right now coming out of Dallas. Yes, Dallas. I'm sorry, is that Dallas? Or I'm just going to say Texas because I just need to get it to you guys right now. Yes, Dallas, ICE pow-powing, what we know about the victims pow-powing and more. Just want to get you guys up to date. I heard you guys in the comments already talking about this. This is the most current information I have from 6 hours ago.
Targeted violence. That's how the FBI is describing this morning's shooting at an ICE facility in Dallas. One ICE detainee was killed. 2 others were hurt. And tonight, we're working to get answers to some big questions,
including who the victims are. The Mexican consulate now says one of the wounded is a Mexican national. We're getting new reaction from political leaders and immigration lawyers and learning how the suspect was able to take aim at the building.
We do know the suspect, 29-year-old Joshua John, died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Now we're learning more about who he was. We have team coverage for you tonight. Thank you for joining us. I'm Cynthia Escalator.
And I'm Chris Lawrence. Senior crime and justice reporter Rebecca Lopez helped break this story more than 15 hours ago. And our senior political reporter Jason Whiteley is here to give us a lot more insight and context.
And we also have a team of reporters digging into every detail about what happened today, from the suspect's history to the impacts this has had on the immigrant community, particularly the people we spoke with at the scene.
Let's start where it all unfolded around 6:40 a.m. Kevin Reese is live outside the facility along 35 near Mockingbird Lane. The suspect fired from a nearby rooftop, but Kevin, there's still a lot to learn.
There is a lot to learn, but there are a lot of things that we do know tonight, including this location, the location of the sniper's nest, this 3-story building behind me, an immigration attorney's office. He was on the rooftop, giving him an unobstructed view of his targets. Early Wednesday afternoon, the FBI removed evidence from the roof of an immigration attorney's office where they found the shooter dead of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Google Earth gives us the early morning vantage point he had. From the roof of the three-story building, he had a clear line of sight estimated at 500 feet, nearly 2 football fields, to the back of the ICE building.
Just be advised, it's still active shooter. There's a sniper on the move. Have everybody stay for very, very far locations.
Video from 8 TV shows where the bullets hit. Investigators taking pictures of the back of a transport van on the southwest side of the ICE building. Photos obtained by WFAA also show bullet holes inside the ICE building in a framed picture of the American flag.
Wow.
He would shoot, he would wait 10 seconds, maybe 15 seconds, he would shoot.
The FBI says the bullets hit a transport van with ICE detainees inside, killing 1 and critically injuring 2 more.
He was targeting people. He wasn't just randomly shooting, he was actually targeting his targets and making sure he was getting hits.
Early evidence that we've seen from rounds that were found near the suspected shooter contain messages that are anti-ICE in nature.
In fact, the FBI released this photo showing the exact words anti-ICE scrawled on shell casings found on the roof. Despite that, no law enforcement personnel were hurt. But they are emphatic about bringing days like this to an end.
The takeaway from all of this is that the rhetoric has to stop. It's dangerous, and people are losing their lives.
In Dallas, I'm Kevin Reese.
And one of the big questions that still needs a definitive answer is why? We've learned more about the suspect in the past few hours, including Joshua John's history right here in North Texas.
Today, federal law enforcement swarmed 2 homes linked to the suspect's family, one in Durant, Oklahoma, and another in Fairview in Collin County. Here's Teresa Woodard.
A tactical team of federal agents rolled down a gravel road toward a secluded home on the
guess we gonna
outskirts of
keep on
Durant,
playing this.
Oklahoma. 70 miles to the south in Fairview, Texas, the FBI spent hours moving in and out of a house on a quiet cul-de-sac. Both addresses associated with 29-year-old suspect Joshua John. This is an old mugshot from a 2015 marijuana arrest in Collin County.
They've been great neighbors.
This family's Collin County neighbors told us they keep to themselves but are always cordial.
I've had lovely interactions with their family, so I'm so horrified to hear about all this.
No one on this street knew much about Joshua John, and while the FBI director called what happened a politically motivated attack, one of John's childhood friends described him to ABC as, quote, the least political out of all the people I knew in high school. John's friends said he was a gamer, mainly interested in internet culture. His profile pic had been a meme of a man with a Soviet flag. It's not a political thing, a friend told ABC. It's just being on the computer too much.
Yeah, a Grand Theft Auto, all of those games and stuff like that. You thought it wasn't going to come to pass, but now it's just like this. Don't even feel it no more. And there's no pain because we're so used to seeing it. Video games have it out there. Not blaming video games. It's just the stuff that we open our eyes to. I try to blind myself to things sometimes. I don't need to see everything. Y'all do me a favor. If y'all appreciate the content that y'all getting right now, let's double tap that screen to get those likes up. Also, hit those 3 dots. That's how you get the likes up. Then your likes are going to come down. And then you can go ahead and pick it. If you want to go ahead and join the channel, that'll be a phenomenal thing to do. I got a lot more work to do because now we got to get into Washington and go to Trump and talking about NATO and what they should do if Russian jets fly over their airspace. They're talking about if Russia should fly over NATO's airspace, what's his recommendation on what they should do?
President Trump and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky sat down and took questions. This, again, is just from moments ago. Here it is.
Mr. President, do you think that NATO countries should shoot down Russian aircraft if they enter their airspace?
Yes, I do.
Mr. President, any update on your talks with President Putin, and do you still trust him?
I'll let you know in about a month from now, okay?
President Trump, your message to the...
to provide Ukraine with the security guarantees that is in with European allies?
Well, that's later down the road. We'll be talking about that. Hopefully, we'll be in a position to talk about that a little bit later on. It's a little bit too early to answer.
Why do you think Mr. Putin is not willing to meet with both of you?
President Trump, your message to President Orban, who is refusing to stop buying Russian oil.
Well, he's a friend of mine. I have not spoken to him, but I have a feeling if I did, he might stop and I think I'll be doing that.
All right, we got another clip of Trump right here where he basically kind of talks about the same thing, but not much. What do we got over here? We got information, basically sitting down with the president, talking about directly how they're going to combine their strengths to attempt to try to do something against Russia and the Ukraine war to bring it to an end. Let's keep on going, you guys. I got two more for you because I got 5 on it. I forgot to say it, but let's go.
Well, thank you very much, everybody. It's a great honor to be with a friend of mine, Emmanuel Macron, President of France. He's doing a really good job. He's fighting hard. He's fighting on a lot of fronts. He's helping with regard to the Russia-Ukraine catastrophe. And his words of wisdom mean a lot. And we've been friends for a long time now, really, from the first term on. And I appreciate you being here. It's really nice. Thank you.
Thank you.
Please.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'm very happy to have the opportunity to exchange with President Trump and our teams. And indeed, we have a lot of things to do together, and especially fix these crazy wars we have. And I just saw the message you issued after your meeting with President Zelensky, and I think it's a very right one. I mean, if we back concretely Ukraine in this situation, given the Russian economy is suffering, I mean, there is this opportunity of a good future.
It is.
So we will back it.
I think so. I think so. They're very enthusiastic in a lot of ways. It's been a terrible war. It should have ended. And Russia should have stopped it. But they've been 3.5 years and they've gotten not so far. So we'll see what happens. But the other side can fight too. And they've proven that. Maybe it could be that Russia's a paper tiger.
Ooh.
I don't know what they are, but 3.5 years of fighting and killing everybody, of killing 7,000 people a week for nothing, So it's a very sad situation, but most of you have seen the recent statement I put out a little while ago. And I'm glad you got it. But I feel that way.
So I guess they're going to start combining forces now to try to help Ukraine out in order to try to, go against what's going on with Russia. Like I said, I got 5 on it. I owe you guys 2 more videos, but let's get on to LA, get on to some not so political news, but in reality, now it is, because we can't say so much anymore when it comes to announcers, hosts. Can't say what you want to say, especially comedians. Imagine if Andrew Dice Clay tried to come out right now. You know what I'm saying? It would not work. Trust me, it wouldn't work. I don't know how he wrapped his hand around his head like that, but I do got a big head. You see, that ain't work. See, that's a funny joke that y'all could use against me. Keep on moving forward to this Jimmy Kimmel information because he returns to ABC. Yes, we're getting right to our title as Trump rips the network's decision and bringing him back. Come on, y'all, wake up. It's Thursday. Y'all got one more day to the weekend. Y'all will be all right. Y'all are going to be good. Come on, let's go.
But I do want to make something clear because it's important to me as a human, and that is you understand that it was never my intention to make light of the murder of a young man.
A defiant and emotional Jimmy Kimmel returned to the air Tuesday night and teared up as he praised Kirk's widow, Erica, and insisted it was never his intention to make light of the murder. He admitted his remarks may have felt ill-timed or unclear, but stressed that the alleged killer does not represent any political movement, calling him a sick person. The late-night host referenced the moment at Kirk's memorial when Erica Kirk publicly forgave her husband's alleged killer, calling it a profound act of grace that deeply moved him.
That young man. I forgive him.
But the controversy didn't end there. Just before the broadcast, President Trump blasted ABC for reinstating Kimmel, fuming that the comedian was not funny and accusing the network of risking its reputation. I can't believe ABC fake news gave Jimmy Kimmel his job back. The White House was told by ABC that his show was canceled. Something happened between then and now because his audience is gone and his talent was never there. Why would they want someone back who does so poorly, who's not funny, and who puts the network in jeopardy by playing 99% positive Democrat garbage? He is yet another arm of the DNC, and to the best of my knowledge, that would be a major illegal campaign contribution. I think we're going to test ABC out on this. Let's see how we do. Last time I went after them, they gave me $16 million. This one sounds even more lucrative. A true bunch of losers. Let Jimmy Kimmel rot in his bad ratings. Kimmel used his 28-minute...
All right, y'all. I want you guys to see what happened when he came back, because here we go. Let's go.
But I do want to make something clear because it's important to me as a human, and that is, you understand that it was never my intention to make light of the murder of a young man.
I don't think there's anything funny about it.
I posted a message on Instagram on the day he was killed, sending love to his family and asking for compassion, and I meant it. I still do. Nor was it my intention to blame any specific group for the actions of what it was obviously a deeply disturbed individual. That was really the opposite of the point I was trying to make, but I understand that to some that felt either ill-timed or unclear, or maybe both. And for those who think I did point a finger, I get why you're upset. If the situation was reversed, there's a good chance I'd have felt the same way. I have many friends and family members on the other side who I love and remain close to, even though we don't agree on politics at all. I don't think the murderer who shot Charlie Kirk represents anyone. This was a sick person who believed violence was a solution, and it isn't. It ever. And also, selfishly, I am a person who gets a lot of threats. I get many ugly and scary threats against my life, my wife, my kids, my coworkers, because of what I choose to say. And I know those threats don't come from the kind of people on the right who I know and love. So that's what I wanted to say on that subject. But
All right, you guys, can't keep on running with the same topic. We done ran that for like 2 plays already. I want to ask you guys, how much damage do you think you can do with this? This right here. That's a pen. How much damage do you think you can do with that? And not only do with it, but to yourself. Like doing something to yourself. Because I heard that somewhere in like, I forgot what it's called, that it's hard to self-inflict pain on yourself, knowingly that you're doing it. Reason I brought this up, we got this Thunderon over here, this man that just got convicted of trying to get rid of the president. He plots to hurt himself after the verdict came in. This fool grabbed a pen and put it to his Nils' neck, talking about he was going, yeah, you know I can't say it. I'm going to let them say it. After that, his daughter go chasing behind the caravan, taking him back to jail. You guys know who I'm talking about, right? I'm talking about, what's his name? Routh? I think that's his name. Well, that's his last name. Let's get into this real quick, y'all.
And the president saying justice was served this after.
Yeah, Ryan Routh.
His would-be assassin was found guilty in a federal court. Ryan Routh, who swore his innocence, showed no reaction when the verdict was read, but did try to stab himself in the neck. His daughter later chased down the van, taking him to prison. News Nation's Brooke Schaefer joins us live from outside the courthouse in Fort Pierce, Florida. And, you know, Brooke, this was really an eventful day, not only inside, but then outside the courtroom as well.
Yeah, eventful and dramatic, you could say, Kelly.
Demonetized,
Ryan Routh
you
waking up
crazy.
in federal prison this morning after being found guilty yesterday of trying to assassinate President Trump last fall. But as you mentioned, as that guilty verdict was read by the jury, Ryan Routh then grabbed a pen on the table and he tried to stab himself in the neck. Marshals inside that courtroom had to jump on top of Ryan Routh and try to get his hands away from his neck. It doesn't appear that he was seriously injured, but I talked to a witness just outside the courthouse who said it was chaos in the courtroom.
He took the pen in his left or right hand and just stabbed it there. The court marshals tackled him. He was brought away. The daughter was crying for her or for him, and she was eventually escorted out. They restrained his limbs so he couldn't stab himself anymore, and they took him out.
He was going for it.
Ryan Routh's daughter chased after his van as officers drove Routh back to prison yesterday. She was in the courtroom as her dad tried to stab himself. She screamed for her dad to stop and that she was going to get him out. The jury in this case, they deliberated for about 2.5 hours on Tuesday and found Ryan Routh guilty on all 5 federal charges. Prosecutors have said that Routh hid outside President Trump's golf course for hours last fall with a rifle and a plan. In closing, prosecutors said their evidence showed one thing: Ryan Routh wanted Donald Trump dead. President Trump said of this guilty verdict that it is a very big moment for justice in America. Ryan Routh faces life in prison. His sentencing is set for December. Kelly.
They said that he had one in the chamber when they rolled up on him, and they said they fired at him a few times. He kept on trying to run. Then they finally was able to subdue him. This is that clip that I was telling you about, where these staggering moment where these beachgoers, they pushed this migrant boat back off a Greek tourist beach. Check this out. You talking about people taking the law into their own hand? Watch this. You won't be docking here. Footage shows beachgoers pushing a boat packed with illegal migrants back off a Greek tourist beach after it arrived from Libya. The small boat carrying a group of asylum seekers attempted to land in Sakonekiko Beach. But I guess they gave them, no, we're going to help you guys out of here. You must be stuck. Turn that motor on. However, they were dramatically opposed by the locals determined to flush them out. It Comes to Greece seeks to tackle a recent surge migrant arrivals at its southern borders. It comes as, sorry. So yeah, they almost made it, y'all. So then people was like, nah, y'all gonna have to get up out of here. I'm talking about they 3 men against the waves. They just like whatever. And they ain't even trying to get off because they know once they try to jump off, they're gonna get caught even worse. Okay. I fought the law and the law won. I guess they're gonna have to keep on driving around trying to see where they can get there, they can jump in at. I don't know, y'all. What y'all thought about that clip right there? Never thought I'd see anything like that. We got another event coming up where the DHS says it would not comply with California's mask ban. You guys know who put that mask ban in place, right? I probably can't say it. I might get in trouble. I'm gonna say Gavin. You guys say the other part of his name. Gavin? Yeah, go ahead, y'all. I know some people are gonna say it the right way, but a lot of people are gonna say it the other way.
Well, in a nutshell, it comes down to the following question. Can state government approve a law telling federal officers what they can and cannot do, or in this case, what they can and cannot wear? The Trump administration says, absolutely not.
We will not comply.
Acting U.S. Attorney Bill Escalator, on behalf of the Trump administration, sending that message loud and clear to Governor Gavin Newsom, just days after the governor signed a bill to prohibit law enforcement officers from covering their faces during most operations in California.
We're just not going to put up with it.
Escalator echoing this post from the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, stating California does not have the legal authority to enact or enforce a state law directing federal officers how they can operate.
They have absolutely no jurisdiction. They have no say over the affairs of the federal government. They don't get to tell us how to do our job. That's not how this works.
SB 627, the anti-masking law. Thank you.
During his signing ceremony Saturday, Newsom said the legislation is in response to federal immigration operations statewide.
ICE, unmask. What are you afraid of? What are you afraid of? Provide an ID. Tell us which agency you represent.
So he said, take the mask off, provide an ID, and tell us what agency you work for. Wow, so that means they can get doxxed, all types of crazy things. My question is, why aren't they thinking the other way, that these agents also have family members and children? Is it because they just want to make them fear into not doing their jobs overall? I know we got a lot of people in the chat going crazy. I'm gonna ask for Rebecca. Yeah, get a little title on these people. Who else we got up in here? We got where you at, Liberty? Tear some of these people up out of here. I don't got no time to play with them. Anybody joking at this point of the game, at this point of the show, anything besides title that's crazy, let's get them up out of here. All the jokes about anything that makes no sense. Let's go ahead and get them up out of here, y'all. Let's get them up out of here. We're gonna keep on moving forward. All right, we're gonna keep on moving because y'all don't want me to get over there because it's gonna be like 2 of us left if I get in the chat. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. We got to get on over to New York. This is so important, and I think it's probably one of the most important stories that we have on the show today. Please pay attention, you guys, because we have this staggering server that it almost was set up inside of New York. And it was basically going to be able to disable all of our cell towers as much more. They were basically creating a server with the capacity to disable our cell towers. I know we talked about it yesterday, but I have more in-depth information. You guys might be getting more light. So what I'm going to do is this. Y'all ready? I'm about to come hunting myself, get rid of some people while y'all watch this next video. Let's go. Because I think y'all being a little too nice. Oh, y'all mods, y'all being a little too nice right now.
CNN has learned about a plot that could have overwhelmed the city's cellular communications. What began as an investigation into swatting by the Secret Service led them to a server farm, and it's one that could be remotely operated by foreign governments and criminals, and this could go far beyond swatting.
So what we do know is that foreign governments and criminals located in the United States are using this network to run their organizations. And that includes cartels, that includes human traffickers, that includes terrorists are on this network.
We're joined now by Juliette Kayyem. Wow, Juliette, to this plot here. Talk to us about the capabilities of this server farm and how surprising this is.
So it seems like it's out of science fiction, but I think a lot of law enforcement agencies have been anticipating it. In fact, Secret Service has a designated unit at this stage to look at this capacity. And what is this capacity? It is essentially unmanned interruptions of telecommunication systems within the United States. So what they found in New York could be extended anywhere. And it's essentially, you're not following a culprit. You're just following pings as an investigator. So this started off as swatting. We all know the dangers of swatting, pretending that someone's in harm's way, and then you send police. This started off as swatting, but now it has the capacity to overwhelm telecommunication systems. And who's doing it becomes much harder because, look, the traditional physical print of a human being no longer exists in these investigations.
So do you think agents will ever be able to pinpoint exactly who is behind the network?
Yeah, it's going to take a combination of things. One is, look, we have incredible digital forensic capabilities, not just the United States. Lots of countries do. They share information, organizations are, and I should say the private sector is this too, because they're interested in this, are sharing information to try to track the digital fingerprint. Look, there's still humans involved. We're not in the brave new world yet. People talk, they leave hints, they send money, and that money is traceable. And so there are ways to infiltrate these groups. But
so what is that? ICE uncovers server farm that could disable the New York City cell networks. That's crazy right there, you guys. That means that we could have been crippled here if they wouldn't have found that. So my assumption is, I'm just going to go crazy with this. They could have actually had this stuff being delivered. You thinking it's just like regular Amazon packages. They getting this equipment to constantly build up these servers with that purpose. Not only that, they were going to be able to access these servers remotely from another place. That's crazy. That's a phenomenal thing that they were able to break down. That's one of the biggest stories that we got. I hear what y'all got to say about everything else, but that right there is major, especially the fact that I live here. Let's keep on moving forward, because now, where we going right now? I got to give you guys some more information. Right, let's go. We're going to get on over to the United Nations, because Trump actually calls it a triple sabotage. He wants an investigation into the Escalator, and they're calling it Escalator Gate. Come on, no, it's not true. It can't be true. You guys saw the other day when Donald Trump and Melania tried to get on the escalator, and they weren't able to go up. So he's kind of peed off about that. Let's get into this a little bit.
As for Donald Trump, he delivered a barnstorming speech to the United Nations, well, really at the United Nations. It was full of bravado, self-regard, humour, home truths, and some pretty volatile views. His criticism of the UN actually started with an escalator breaking down as he arrived with First Lady Melania, and then problems emerged with his teleprompter while he was delivering his speech.
These are the two things I got from the United Nations, a bad escalator and a bad teleprompter.
But Trump's critique of the UN was far more substantial.
What is the purpose of the United Nations? The UN has such tremendous potential. I've always said it. It has such tremendous, tremendous potential, but it's not even coming close to living up to that potential. For the most part, at least for now, all they seem to do is write a really strongly worded letter and then never follow that letter up.
The president listed off 7 wars he claims to have ended, including the Iran-Israel war and conflict between India and Pakistan, mentioning that he might deserve the Nobel Peace Prize for these efforts, but also noting the impotence of the United Nations.
And sadly, in all cases, the United Nations did not even try to help in any of them. I ended 7 wars, dealt with the leaders of each and every one of these countries, and never even received a phone call from the United Nations offering to help in finalizing the deal.
The big talks of...
Yeah, he tore them down. He went up in there and read them the riot act. I didn't know you was going to get up in here and do that, sir. If we would have known that, we'd have probably cut your time a little less. Let's keep on moving over to North Carolina, where we got these 33 people that's been indicted in Murfreesboro case. Let's keep on going, you guys. We got a lot to get out this morning. Hope everybody's having a fantastic day. Guess what? It's only one more day to Friday. Y'all going to be all right, because I know y'all waiting for the weekend. I know. One more day. Let's go.
Like a scene out of an action movie, officers sprint toward a...
This is something I need you guys really to see. This, I just cut it in the middle. I want to get right into this because this actually happened yesterday. This was a scene where they saved this partially bedridden woman from a home fire in Westminster. This is something right here where the police get a lot of kudos, but they couldn't wait for the fire department. Check this out. I'm sorry it came on so loud, but it's a very hyped up story. So let's go.
Like a scene out of an action movie, officers sprint toward a burning home where a bedridden woman is trapped inside. Good evening. This is the KTLA 5 News at 5:30. I'm Cher Calvin.
And I'm Micah Ullman. Body cam video captures a heroic rescue in Westminster where a disabled woman is pulled from a burning home.
Crews forced their way in through a window with smoke pouring out around them as they search the burning house. KTLA's Lindsay Pena is live in Westminster with more on the dramatic rescue. Lindsay?
Yeah, Sharon, Micah, we expect to see firefighters run into burning buildings, not necessarily officers, but as you saw there, these 2 officers did just that last week. We're hearing from them for the first time and seeing more of that dramatic body cam
Now,
video.
these are heroes right here.
I'm getting a signal from outside. This was the scene 2 Westminster police officers arrived to on the morning of September 18th. A house on the 6,000 block of Chinook Avenue was on fire. Flames shooting out of the garage and quickly spreading.
That was violent. That was like some violent
One
flames,
who
right?
escaped told them there was a bedridden elderly woman still trapped inside.
I asked him which room she was in because there was no way I was going to go through that front door. Luckily, the window was right there adjacent to the front door. And that's when I ripped open the screen and opened the window, pushed in the blinds, and encountered the female with the oxygen tube interface.
Firefighters were still on the way, and the officers knew time was not on their side.
And when it's happening, it seems like it was forever. Everything goes in slow motion for me when stuff like that happens for some reason.
The body cam footage shows the officers, one inside, the other outside, working together to get her to safety.
That's when we both decided, let's lift her up, let's carry her out. That's the fastest way out of this room.
Somebody said that's the real police right there. Get them a round of applause, y'all. Come on, give these cops some praise for what they did.
And then after that, my partner can also exit the room as well.
OC Fire Authority says when they arrived, they rescued one more person from inside the home and a cat. No one was seriously injured, and both departments credit the fast response and cooperation of their people
That was close
to make
to that
sure no
lady.
lives were lost.
Lift her up. It's the cliche, but
He
yes,
said,
that's
"Lift
what
her
we
up."
do. That's what's expected of us. I don't know if I could have just sat back and just done nothing.
We are our first responders. You know, our job is to, if we get there first, we respond. And in this case, we happened to arrive, before they did. And when, the show starts, that's when you got to get in there.
Now, the cause of the fire is still under investigation. The house is too damaged for anyone to live in anymore.
Now, if they wouldn't have got her out that front room, it probably wouldn't have went so well. She also was on an asthma tank. So yes, you guys in the comments that's saying that those are real police right there, y'all got to give them a salute right there. Give your boy a double tap on that screen for finding that story. Hit that like button and give me all the money in your pockets. I'm just kidding, because I know it's hot out here for a pimp. So I really don't try to hit your pockets that much. But what I would appreciate, let's get those likes up so everybody know what we're doing over here, because we have some phenomenal stories that we like to share. Some of them are hard, some of them are bad, but a lot of them are very heartwarming. Let's get on over to North Carolina, where I can show you them 33 people that got indicted over in Murfreesboro. I couldn't even find it. I'm like, yo, what the hell is Murfreesboro? Murfreesboro. That's like where my other part of my family is from in South Carolina, and it's called Jenkinsville. Hey, don't laugh, right? It's kind of janky, but it's called Jenkinsville. Let's keep on moving forward, y'all. Let's go. Where we at with it? Let me find that right there. Where we at? No, there we go, Murfreesboro.
In tracking crime, federal, state, and local law enforcement teamed up on a major drug trafficking bust. 33 people now face charges for drug trafficking, gang activity, and firearm offenses. News 2's Lexi Wilson is here in studio with how the case unfolded. Lexi.
Well, Kendall, the nearly 2-year multi-agency operation is being seen as a major win. Police say they've made our streets safer and likely have prevented several overdose deaths. As of today, 27 suspects named in the indictment have been taken into custody. Meanwhile, outstanding warrants have been issued for the remaining 6 suspects. These photos show the haul seized by DEA and local law enforcement officials. We're told 15 pounds of fentanyl was taken, an amount that could have left a devastating impact.
We potentially saved more than 3 million lives by taking this deadly fentanyl off the streets of Murfreesboro. And it's just a testament of the hard work of these men and women who worked undercover.
Because once they have a hub in Murfreesboro and they think it's sweet, oh, it's not a lot of cops, we got this thing going on, now it starts to go to other places. Exactly. So it's good that they knocked it out.
Worked day and night to bring this case to a conclusion.
And officials say the investigation began in 2023 after the overdose death of a Murfreesboro man. Since then, it's been all hands on deck, calling today a collaboration of success.
Yeah. 2 years they was trying to get that case locked in, and they were able to knock it down. And like I said, sometimes these criminals are like, oh, it's quiet in this town. How Memphis Bleak said it, find a quiet town, lock it down. Yeah, exactly. Get your money quietly all the time, sabotaging the people around you. Come on, y'all, let's get on over to Washington, because this is what the medical experts basically have to say about Donald Trump's Tylenol claims. Very important information, medical information that I wanted you guys to see. There's some claims that are being said about Tylenol right now. I don't know what you guys, have you heard anything about this? Let's get it.
Trump has urged pregnant women not to take the painkiller paracetamol because of an unproven link to autism. He didn't provide any evidence, but said he was acting because the number of children with autism was soaring, though that may be because of better and broader diagnosis. The president made a series of sweeping but unsubstantiated claims about health. The links between paracetamol, which is commonly known as Tylenol in the US, and autism remain unproven. UK health officials stress that the drug remains the safest painkiller available to pregnant women. Mr. Trump saying that pregnant women should fight like hell to avoid taking the painkiller. Have a listen.
I want to say it like it is. Don't take Tylenol. Don't take it. If you just can't, I mean, it says fight like hell not to take it. There may be a point where you have to, and that you have to work out with yourself. So don't take Tylenol.
With me is our health reporter, Jim Reed, who has been looking at President Trump's comments. And Jim, we've also been just looking at some of our viewers and our readers' questions around this. It's causing quite a lot of concern. Can I start with a very sort of basic thing? Paracetamol, Tylenol, are they the same thing?
Essentially exactly the same thing. So Tylenol is the brand name in the States and in Canada, North America mainly, used to sell this pain relief, but across the rest of the world it's generally used known as paracetamol. It's the kind of thing you'd buy in your local pharmacy or the supermarket in the UK, for example.
And if you are pregnant, it is the only thing generally that a GP or your local doctor will prescribe or tell women it is safe to take. Is that right?
Generally, ibuprofen is another option, but that's not normally recommended in pregnancy, especially in pregnancy over 20 weeks. The advice is always to ask your doctor if you're taking any medication in pregnancy if you have concerns. But generally, paracetamol is the one that doctors, medical groups across the world recommend as first line, frontline pain relief for someone in pregnancy.
Okay, so let's talk about what
I don't know, you guys. I don't know. But we got some more time.
President Trump has said.
We got more time.
What scientists and experts are saying. Does paracetamol, if taken when you're pregnant, cause autism?
Absolutely not. Is the simple answer to that. President Trump was talking about a cause of autism, and I think almost every scientist, researcher that's looked at this in the past would agree that there is no single cause of autism. It's the mix of predominantly genetics, so they think more than 100 different genes could be in play when it comes to autism, potentially with some environmental factors mixed in some people. So, for example, we do know there is a correlation. This has been well reported between the age of mothers and fathers in particular, and whether you're more likely to have an autistic child, fractionally more likely. It's a small increase. Also, some drugs as well. We know there's a link. There has been a link talked about in the past into the low birth rate of babies. So the question is not so much, is paracetamol causing autism? Could it be another one of those factors that maybe could slightly increase your risk in pregnancy? And even
okay. So it might be something that he's recommending that you not take because it can slightly increase the risk. Hey, homie was right. He was right. Keep on moving forward. I had to get you guys everything. You know how sometimes we don't go that long, but it was important. It was important. Double tap that screen, get those likes up. I'm trying to hurry up now. We got Omar who slams Charlie Kirk. Oh my God. I'm not even going to say what she said. And I know she just keep on saying stuff. Girl, why don't you just stop while you're ahead, please?
Democratic Representative Ilhan Omar, appearing on CNN, had this to say about Charlie Kirk's legacy.
I just think it was the video where it called him Dr. Frankenstein and said his monster shot him through the neck. I mean, obviously this is a person, and looking at this is someone who was a husband and a father, and in the days after his shocking death, that happened as a result of his views, or it happened as a result as he was sharing his views publicly with people, that people found it jarring to hear such criticism of that in the immediate aftermath of
what I find jarring is that there are so many people willing to excuse the most reprehensible things that he said, that they agree with that they're willing to have monuments for him, that they want to create a day to honor him, and that they want to produce resolutions in the House of Congress honoring his life and legacy. It is one thing to care about his life, because obviously so many people loved him, including his children and wife. But I am not going to sit here and be judged for not wanting to honor any legacy this man has left behind. That should be in the dustbin of history, and we should hopefully move on and forget the hate that he spewed every single day.
Whoa. So, Billy, you just got back from the Charlie Kirk memorial service in Arizona, which was incredible. What did you think about her comments?
It's unbelievable to me that in the wake of somebody's death, this is what we're going to do. We're going to say things like they were hateful. They spewed hateful rhetoric every day. We don't need to honor that. Not only is it inhumane and wrong, it's unimaginable to me that this would be somebody's reaction to watching a public assassination that horrified the entire world. I mean, it's almost like she's not reading the room, but it feels like it goes deeper than that. I find it disturbing. I find it also incredibly troubling that somebody would say, well, he did all these things. He was a horrible person. He was bad, but with really no evidence. They never seem to furnish the evidence that would make me assume that that is true, but yet they're out there saying it, firing people up, and really creating a situation that dishonors somebody's legacy.
I had to let you guys get all that information right there, because it's only right to get both sides, especially when she makes such comments like that. I just can't believe she would say something like that. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Oh yeah, we got some breaking information right now. We got an arrest possibility that's going to be made in this David situation with the Celeste Rivas Hernandez case. It's still possible without a cause of how she lost her life to still get us an arrest over here. This is the little girl, the 13-year-old that went missing. Now, 2 years later, she's been found in the trunk, the front trunk of the Tesla owned by that R&B singer David. We got a little bit of updated information right here, guys.
Joined now by someone who knows a lot about investigations like this, because Matt Murphy is the former senior deputy DA in Orange County, California, and successfully prosecuted dozens of murder cases there. He's also the author of the book of Murder, A Prosecutor's Journey Through Love and Death. Matt, I have been knocking on your door for days now, wanting to have this conversation with you, because I am surprised there hasn't been an arrest yet, and I wanted to know if you are.
Well, they're taking their time, Ashley, which is exactly what they should be doing. And there's a lot to untangle here. And it's important to remember he's presumed innocent, right? And we know, based on past history, there are juries in LA that will entertain absolutely insane defense theories. And so they're crossing their T's and dotting their I's, and they're being methodical, which is exactly what they should be doing. And I anticipate it's going to be a little while. Okay, so there are a multitude of potential crimes, as you just hit on. Number one, a 13-year-old there's a line under California law for any sexual contact. And again, it's speculative at this point. We don't know. The information hasn't come out. But there's a big line between 13 and 14. 13 is 288A of the California Penal Code, which is essentially any lewd contact with a minor, 13 or under. So that's a big deal. 14 also, it's 288C. So depending on just the nature of the relationship itself, before we even get to the homicide, right, he's being investigated right now. And apparently they went in there. Some of the things that we're seeing coming out of that house were things like computers and tablets.
Like, dude, what are you doing with a 13-year-old, David? And he's so weird. He's having all of these concerts going out, bringing out caskets, and have all this BLOOD and all of this crazy stuff in his videos. It's like he's been talking about it the entire time. She's been missing for like 2 years.
And that's exactly what they should be looking for. And right now, probably as we speak, there's some overworked, underpaid forensic technologist who's going through cell phones and computers and looking for any evidence of that relationship. Another thing that's interesting here is, we've talked about this before, Ashley. We have the information that's come out from the LAPD, which has been minimal, right? It's been, and it should be minimal, right? They have to be very careful about the information they release. But this is a murder or potentially a murder in the modern era. And the reason I say potentially, we don't have a cause of death yet. And I've had cases where we thought somebody was murdered and it turned out later it was an OD. We had one once where the person committed suicide, it turned out. So we don't know yet. Now, she was dismembered, certainly didn't do that to herself. But we don't know from the coroner's office yet exactly if they have a cause of death, what it was. We don't know. And I'm going to suspect a dismembered, heavily decomposed body like that, it's going to be tough to tell. There are certain telltale signs depending on what was in there, what they actually recovered. But at this point, we don't know. But the really interesting part about this to me is the online sleuthing. And that there can be a lot of bad that goes along with that. But some of this is really interesting here. He wrote a song called Romantic Homicide. Now, that was long before she was killed or died. But it's the online part is really interesting. All these videos that keep popping up where it shows this young woman that looks like her.
Yes.
It is. And I got to
every single video got a Spanish-looking girl with curly hair. And then the song went viral, but everybody, it's a TikTok song, y'all think. And he's weird. There's some crazy, weird stuff going on, you guys. We're going to keep on moving forward because now we got this former DC official that got locked up. And now she's about to get sentenced for bribery and taking money. Let's go, y'all. Let's go. That's why I don't pay to try to steal money. You might as well keep your hands clean because it doesn't make sense to try to, take money from people. Check it out, y'all.
A DC official was sentenced to jail time along with months of house arrest and probation. Dana McDaniel, the former deputy director for DC's Office of Neighborhood Safety and Engagement, pled guilty earlier this year in a federal bribery case, Prosecutors say McDaniel accepted at least $10,000 in cash in exchange for using her position to steer contracts and grants to a Maryland man. Rafael Sanchez Cruz is outside of a DC federal court and is learning more about who that man is. Rafael.
Yeah, Annie, today in court, Dana McDaniel mentioned the name of that confidential informant that gave her that bribe. She said, Alu Kamara. Now, he has pled guilty to bank fraud and bribery charges, but he's also the alleged
So she snitched.
informant involved in the federal bribery case against Ward 8 council member Trayon White.
So she snitched.
The story of a fallen hero.
Everybody
That's what
going.
Dana McDaniel's attorney said outside of D.C. federal court after she was sentenced to 46 months served with a combination of weekends in jail, house arrest, and probation for a federal bribery case.
Ms. McDaniel doesn't agree with the position that she sold herself or her position.
McDaniel was allegedly caught on video accepting $10,000 in cash while working in D.C.'s Office of Neighborhood Safety and Engagement. She worked there from 2020 to 2023. Prosecutors say the bribe was in exchange to use her position as deputy director to steer contracts for violence intervention to who she identified today as Alu Kamara.
It's our position that she was actually poached and that she found herself in a bad time and had a lapse of judgment and made a bad decision, one that she'll regret for the rest of her life.
Kamara is the informant who allegedly is involved in the bribery case against councilmember Trayon White. The Ward 8 council member has pleaded not guilty and is expected to face trial next year. McDaniel's attorney had this to say about Kamara, who's awaiting sentencing after pleading guilty to bank fraud and bribery.
When considering what that person has done and the people that person has impacted, that they should use their resources to come back with something that's just for the citizens of the district.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they will, because they done caught both of them now. Yeah, okay. And then she gonna try to tell it on somebody else. It wasn't just me, it was him too. I know he like, oh, why you gonna tell on me just because you got locked up? Yeah, she's like, you know what? This thing is bigger than Nino Brown, Miss Hawkins. I wasn't born with a spoon in my mouth, Miss Hawkins. I ain't the only one that's part of this. That's right, him right there, Kareem Akbar, part of the CMB, threatened my mother. Said if I wouldn't be, y'all know what I'm Let's keep on going forward, you guys. Bravado, where we at right now? I got to get you guys some more heat right now. Come on, we gonna get over. We got to get some more heat for you guys right now. I'm all getting caught up in my Nino Brown interpretation. I got you guys with some more stuff about this Trump information where he calls for triple sabotage investigation over that UN escalator tech issue. He went crazy over
President Trump is still fuming over an escalator mishap that happened at the United Nations.
Still mad, y'all.
Take a good
He's
look if
still
you haven't
mad.
seen this video yet. The escalator suddenly stops
He's
as
still
soon
mad.
as the president steps on. He and First Lady Melania Trump are jolted for a second, and they walk their way up the stairs themselves. President Trump was so angry about this that he made sure to mention it during his address to the General Assembly.
All I got from the United Nations was an escalator that on the way up stopped right in the middle. If the First Lady wasn't in great shape, she would have fallen, but she's in great shape. These are the two things I got from the United Nations, a bad escalator and a bad teleprompter.
So this was more...
The boy straight up was going in on them that day, boy. He tweeted it and everything. Let's keep on moving, you guys, because we got these 6 women right here that's been arraigned on charges of for this Alvarado ICE attack. I don't know if you guys heard about Alvarado ICE attack. Well, guess what? They got 6 people now that are going to be arraigned for this situation right here. Let's keep on going.
6 women charged for their roles in the shooting of an Alvarado police officer faced a federal judge today.
It's a crazy story. The officer was responding to a vandalism call at an ICE detention center. Fox 4's Lori Brown is live in Fort Worth with a very large and expanding story. Lori.
This one is
Steve,
crazy.
the women are facing charges in the ambush-style shooting of an Alvarado police officer, but their supporters argue that they were just there to attend what they thought would be a peaceful protest.
Supporters of the defendants did not want to make any statements after the women were arraigned on charges connected to the shooting of an Alvarado police officer. The officer survived. The court-appointed attorneys also said they did not want to make any statements yet about what happened the night of July 4th. The defendant's supporters said it was a protest outside an ICE detention center, but federal prosecutors describe it as a planned ambush on federal and local law enforcement officers. In all, at least 16 people have been charged. According to the federal complaint, several of the defendants were dressed in black military-style clothing. The complaint says the protesters began shooting fireworks at the Prairie Land Detention Center. 2 people broke off from the main group and began to spray graffiti on vehicles and a guard structure. Officials believe it was all part of a ploy to draw ICE detention officers out of the building. Correctional officers called 911 to report the vandalism. When the Alvarado police officer arrived, a defendant positioned in the woods shot the officer in the neck. Another assailant across the street fired 20 to 30 rounds at unarmed correctional officers. Investigators found AR-style rifles at the scene, 2-way radios, and a total of 12 sets of body armor after searching the scene and defendants' cars. The complaint said the shooters ran away, but law enforcement officers stopped them. One attacker had cell phones inside a type of bag that blocks cell phone signals. The attack was a conspiracy, according to the complaint, something the defendant's supporters strongly dispute.
Supporters of those arraigned today questioned why today's hearings happened about 11 weeks after the arrest. An attorney for one of the defendants said that that's not too unusual when you have federal and state agencies involved. 8 additional defendants are going to be arraigned tomorrow. Steve.
This is crazy right here, because now it's like groups are starting to like organize and not just get out there on one ploy. They setting people up. Like, you know what? We're going to act like we're going to go out there and protest, and y'all do. Craziness, you guys. I would have never thought of anything like that. I would have never thought of that. But they bringing all these charges together and all the information, and that's what it's leading to. We got to keep on moving over to this Fremont man who was charged with murder after being targeted as a registered ex-offender. Yeah, you know what this one guy's doing? He said that he was going to go around and take out some ex-offenders because he got tired of the fact that they were ex-offenders. And he wanted to, I'm going to let them tell it. I'm going to let them tell it right here. I want you guys to see right here. This is something I do not recommend. Never do anything like this. You can oppose, you can be angry, you can talk out, never speak when you speak out, but never get physical and think that you need to lash out and harm anybody, guys. I do not recommend doing anything that this man did. Also, do your boy a favor, double tap that screen to get those likes up. We working over here, y'all. We working. Let's go.
Shocking new details about the motive in a Fremont murder. Court documents reveal the alleged killer told police he tracked down and stabbed the victim to death because that man was a registered sex offender. The accused attacker also says he felt no remorse. NBC Bay Area's Marianne Favreau reports.
According to these court documents, Varun Suresh told police he decided last week he wanted to kill a registered sex offender. He also told officers that he went on the Megan's Law website and selected his victim because he was an old guy and he thought it would be easier to kill. Fremont police arrested 29-year-old Varun Suresh for stabbing to death a man Thursday.
This happy couple is living the dinkwad dream.
Do not recommend anything like this, you guys. Don't take the law into your own hand. Trust me, it's not worth it. Do not do anything like this. I know you guys in the comments like F them, right? I know.
Possibilities.
According to court documents, Suresh told police he found the victim, 71-year-old David Brimmer, on California's Megan's Law database and tracked him to a home near Upper Vintners Court. Court documents show investigators believe Suresh went to Brimmer's home, posed as a CPA, and after he confirmed Brimmer's name, grabbed him. Investigators say the 71-year-old then ran down the street and into a neighbor's home. And that's where Suresh allegedly told police he stabbed Brimmer in the neck, then continued to stab him as they left the home. Court documents show Suresh told investigators, quote, "That was honestly the fun part. Like, I don't feel bad about it at all. It was honestly really fun," unquote. The documents say Suresh also told police he wanted to kill a sex offender because they hurt children. Today, Fremont residents are reacting to the new details.
He's 60% justified. Not 100%, but somehow he is justified.
Why is that?
Because pedophile, it's a danger to children.
no one should take law into their own hands if they don't have the authority to do so.
What you guys think in the comments? I want a thumbs up if you think that he did right. Thumbs down if you think he was wrong. Thumbs up if you think Suresh was right. Thumbs down if you think he was wrong. Y'all ready? Thumbs up or thumbs down? I'm over here with it. I'm partial. I don't know. I'm just partial. You partial, you could do this. Thumbs up, thumbs down, or partial. Thumbs up. Everybody in the comments, we got one thumbs up, got a few thumbs down, got some thumbs up. Okay. You guys think that he was right for what he did? I see some flames. Somebody really on it, like, yeah. Okay, what else? Y'all got some comments? Well, we got Jimmy hosted the Man Show years ago. He's a purr. Okay, national debt, $5 trillion. Let's keep on going, you guys. Let's keep on going. We got this former bear rider who was handcuffed on a train from alleged a complaint from a white woman. I'm not saying, don't look at me in a bad way, but that's what it says on the queue over there. A former bear rider was handcuffed on a train for allegedly complaining for alleged complaint from a white woman. All right, let's keep on going, y'all. Do me a favor and double tap that screen to get those likes up. We over here. We doing it.
This morning, the man seen in this video being removed from a train on the way from New York City to Connecticut is speaking out.
Because this white woman said she didn't like the way I was sitting.
Authorities say Alex O'Keefe, a former writer on the TV drama The Bear, had his feet up on the seat next to him. O'Keefe posting the video saying a woman told him to fix the way he was sitting. After he refused, he says she told the conductor, who in turn called police and stopped the train.
Let's go. I haven't done anything illegal.
When police arrived, they told him to get off the train and he refused, asking what he was doing that was illegal. He was then handcuffed and removed from the train. The Metropolitan Transportation Authority says O'Keefe continued to refuse to exit, delaying service for several hundred other riders for 6 minutes. He was then issued a summons for disorderly conduct and was allowed to board the next train. According to MTA rules, riders can be fined $50 for occupying more than one seat by placing their feet up. And if a rider ignores a violation notice, they can be ejected.
Why they're delaying people, why they have to get the people involved, the cops involved. Just take your feet off the seat. It's that simple.
And she just happened to catch you and tell when the conductor came over there and got you up off of there, you tried to flip it and say, oh, they're being racist, kicking me off the train. I'm the bear rider. Could have went that way, huh, guys? That's what y'all saying in the comments, because everybody else is saying, can we see the full video? I wish I could see the full video. I wish I could play you guys the full video, but that's what you guys are saying, and I always voice what you guys are saying. Federal investigation into a suspended South Carolina magistrate. Oh my God, it deepens as they find more information on his cell phone. We're talking about a judge that got arrested for having... You already know I can't say it. I'm gonna let them say it. I'm getting right into it. Let's go.
Thank you for joining us. I'm Tessa Spencer. First at 6, new details from federal authorities about suspended Charleston County Magistrate Judge James Gosnell. We have team coverage tonight on the case and do want to warn you, the details are very disturbing.
Yeah, yeah.
Emily Deanne joining us now live from downtown Charleston, where Gosnell appeared before a federal judge for a detention hearing today. Emily.
Well, we learned today that Gosnell will stay behind bars as we await a preliminary hearing. This comes after his attorney waived that detention hearing this afternoon. We learned today that federal investigators say that they found hundreds of photos, videos, and conversations involving children and infants less than a year old. The Department of Homeland Security searched Gosnell's Charleston home on September 16th. Then on the 17th, they searched his Charleston County court chambers where they seized bank records. Those bank records, they say, confirmed transactions for child sexual abuse materials. This stemmed from a cyber tip from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children in late 2024.
James Gosnell was appointed to the position of trust to protect the community from criminals amongst us. But as detailed in the government's detention memorandum, he is alleged to have abused and exploited the most vulnerable, to infants and toddlers.
We're talking about the babies, y'all. The babies. This one here, a judge.
Federal agents say they are still combing through all of the evidence on the devices. In all, 14 USB drives and iPhone discs iPads, VHS tapes, and numerous other electronic devices, all containing child sexual abuse materials, were seized. Federal officials say they also found messages where Gosnell talked about sexually abusing neighborhood children. Federal agents also found evidence Gosnell was leading Zoom posts to, quote, teach other pedophiles the tricks of the trade, end quote. Federal investigators are now calling on the public to help them identify potential victims. Our website has more.
Ooh, boy. Yeah. This fool was actually going totally in the other direction, teaching them how to dodge the police. Oh, he need to really be locked up. And I'm talking about in a whole different way. How about zzz? Yeah, like Robin Harris said, oh, you talking about the only reason we don't got nobody to do the death penalty is because we ain't got nobody to pull the switch. Shit, give me the job. Pull them two at a time. Gotta go. People like that, I'm not going to say it. I'm just going to keep on moving forward. I'm going to let y'all say it in the comments because y'all already saying it. What he deserved, exactly. Y'all see it. Put flames everywhere, y'all, if y'all understand what I'm saying. If y'all understand what I'm saying, where he going? Flames everywhere, y'all. He's going, yeah, he ain't going to the upper room. He going downtown. When it's over with him, flame, that's where he going, right there. He's going to Flame City. He deserved exactly that, and he deserved that right now. I ain't even playing. He deserved that right now. We got this crazy situation right now where we got these 3 people that face this conduct charges on a youth basketball game, baseball game. Thank you guys for following up and being on point. This right here, what is going on with everybody trying to harm the children? I'm serious right now. And for some reason, these clips are coming back to back, you guys. Y'all heard about the other day when we played that clip yesterday with the baseball team where they were firing and they were firing gunfire.
Welcome back, everyone. ABC 13 is told.
Where they found the people that was actually firing at an off-site while a baseball game was going on with little kids. And when you see what this little kid has to say, it just made his mother just break down in tears. Watch this.
Told that 3 people faced charges following an incident over the weekend when stray bullets rang out during a youth baseball game. One person was shot.
Our Sarah Al-Sheikh is live now at the sports complex on FM 2855 near Katy, where this happened. Okay, Sarah, what did you learn today from the Waller County Sheriff's Office?
Yeah, they say 3 people were firing guns nearby in the direction of those baseball fields behind me. Now those people are facing deadly conduct charges, according to the sheriff's office.
I'm pretty sure I saw one of the bullets go right past my face, at least a foot away.
What was supposed to be just another baseball tournament turned into a traumatic experience for Ashley Solano and her 11-year-old son, Liam.
A lot of commotion. A lot of parents were yelling, like, get down. I just saw all the kids flooding off the fields.
It was pretty terrifying seeing all the kids rushing out and just hearing things hitting poles.
This video shows the moments shots rang out as baseball players were out on the field for a game at the RAC Sports Complex on FM 2855 near Katy Sunday morning.
I broke down afterwards when he told me that one was like right in front of his face passing by.
The Waller County Sheriff's Office says it responded to a firearms complaint call at 9:50 a.m. when a second person called in and said someone had been shot. According to law enforcement, a 27-year-old man was shot in the shoulder and airlifted to a hospital. That victim was later released on Sunday, according to the sheriff's office. But where did those shots come from? The sheriff's office says 3 people were in a nearby pasture shooting at targets in the direction of the field. According to law enforcement, they identified 3 people involved and they're filing charges of deadly conduct and other related offenses. The sheriff's office defined deadly conduct as firing a weapon recklessly near others or in the direction of people, homes, or vehicles. They say it can result in misdemeanor or felony charges even if no one is struck.
I still can't believe that that happened.
Now the Solanos are left to make sense of what happened, knowing that stepping onto a baseball field again may never feel quite the same.
And it still frightens me that, like, even maybe if we go, like, to another tournament there, something like that could also happen. So I'm just scared in general.
Should never have to
The
feel
sheriff's
that way.
office tells me no one is being arrested just yet, and they also mentioned that they have not released the names of those people that they believe were involved with this. Reporting live in Waller County, Sarah Alshake.
Yeah, even if there was some kids or whatever like that, man, listen, that's crazy right there. That needs to be heavily investigated, especially with the temperature of what's going on out here right now, you guys. They're so lucky to have their lives and no one has lost their life. And we pray for things like that as well. And thank God that no one lost their lives in that event right there. Amen. We do that too, for the good stuff. We thank them. We don't just pray for the bad. We got to pray and thank them for the good. Keep on moving forward, you guys. We got this body cam footage that shows an intense moment. What? A trooper at a Case Western Reserve. Okay, let's see what's going on over here with this situation, you guys. Let's go. What we got over here for you? Let's go. Body cam footage.
We're getting a closer look at body camera video from that recent shooting at...
Okay, so this was the one with the guy that was driving with the girl. They're driving all crazy. Next thing you know, they crash. He gets out, starts to run, and they try to jump inside of another vehicle. Grand Theft Auto style. These fools, this is exactly what I be telling you guys about. Grand Theft Auto, when they acting out what they do on the video games, crazy. It's crazy.
Case Western Reserve University. If you recall, it did involve a state trooper. Amaya Ward joins us now from the newsroom to break this all down for us. Amaya, good evening.
Good evening, Russ. The video takes us through the entire encounter, starting with the attempted traffic stop and ending with the moment shots are fired. It all started when Ohio State troopers were trying to stop this black Kia on Woodland Avenue. The driver refuses to stop, weaving through intersections and even going the wrong way at times. A State Patrol chopper also followed the car throughout the congestion.
And he is going to go through. He's jumping up on the sidewalk. He's actually caught up in traffic here. Stand by. All right, he just broke through the traffic, still northbound, coming up to Wilbur and then Carnegie.
At one point, the driver, Leon Terrell, and his passenger, Noriana Eccles, can be seen getting out of the car.
We got 2 out on foot. It's attempted.
Now y'all tell me this ain't Grand Theft right here. I played Grand Theft Auto many times in my life. She trying to get inside the passenger side. She don't know who on the other side of that door. That could be a wrestler. You trying to open...
Carjacking, attempted carjacking. They're walking up to a Cadillac SUV right now, trying to break in. Might be a firearm. Looks like there might be a firearm that the driver's using. He's got a gun with him, just be advised.
Terrell starts running through traffic, eventually making his way on Case Western Reserve University's campus, sparking a campus shelter in place.
Drop it! Drop, hands up! Hands up! I'm shot.
So what? So
I'm
what?
shot.
So what? So what? So what,
Eccles
bro?
was arrested shortly after. They both now face a list of charges for armed robbery and not following police orders. The shooting of Terrell is being investigated by the Cleveland Division of Police. He and Eccles are scheduled for court this week. Russ.
Okay.
Yeah, y'all. What y'all think? Come on, put some flames in there. Y'all know we just turned up on that one right there. Y'all wasn't gonna see that nowhere else. And y'all tell me what y'all think of that when I make the same association as Grand Theft, the video game, as to the moves that these people are now making. She gets out of the vehicle and tries to get into the car. Watch the new Grand Theft Auto. Y'all can slide around on TikTok and watch people actually play. They play just like that. And now they're starting to act it out in real life. We got to keep on moving forward now because we got another police power-powering suspect that's been charged for trying to get away. Let's go, y'all. It ain't over. This is what's been going on in our cities and states, and they talking about we don't need the National Guard. I think we do. Police can't handle it all.
The scene just before 11:30 September 17th at 14th and Greenfield. Prosecutors say officers tried pulling over this man, 21-year-old Kenneth Cubero, for ignoring 2 stop signs. Court documents filed Monday say Cubero stopped his car but got out and started running, leading 2 Milwaukee police officers on a foot chase in the middle of the street running into traffic.
Also gave the suspect commands to stop.
Chief Jeffrey Norman to reporters the next morning.
The suspect dropped the firearm and attempted to retrieve it.
It's at that moment, prosecutors say one of the officers was feet in front of Cubero.
And lit
That
him up.
officer shot Cubero multiple times.
Lit him up.
At which time an officer discharged his firearm, subsequently striking the suspect.
Court documents say Cubero had gunshot wounds to the neck, buttocks, and back.
Our officer will be placed on administrative duty, as is routine in officer-involved shootings.
Cubero.
All right. Okay, y'all. Well, I don't know what to say about these situations right here because, again, it's kind of like when Janine Pirro said, the coddling, and then when they get caught up into it. Y'all remember this old song? How many people know this song? I never watched the show, but every time I walked into the room, my grandfather and my uncle was watching this show. Don't do the crime if you can do the time, Beretta. Don't do it. Keep your eye on the sparrow. Don't do the, that's one part that I always used to remember because it used to always be, don't do the crime if you can't do the time. And then you hear the girls in the back like, don't do it. Don't do it. Because I never did it. I wasn't going for it. Come on, we got a little bit of harmony that we can get into right now. This isn't so bad. We got this statue depicting Trump and Epstein holding hands that appeared in the National Mall, y'all. I don't know how it got there. Matter of fact, I do know how it got there. A couple of artists made it and they put it there. Check this out.
Also in the district, pop-up art is turning heads on the National Mall. It's a statue depicting the president and convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein set up on the lawn near 3rd Street overnight. DC News Now's Marielle Carbone joining us live on the mall now. And Marielle, what are you learning about the people behind this?
Well, Annalisa, they're certainly out here trying to get people's attention. That's really the point of this. Now, this is not the first statue like this to pop up on the mall. In fact, the group behind it has popped up other ones like this going after the president. This specific one focusing in on that alleged relationship between the president and Epstein.
I'm on my way home, walking home from the doctor's office, and surprise!
At the National Mall, people stopping, staring, and snapping photos.
I think it's fantastic. I took some pictures. I'm sending them to my sister down in North Carolina.
The 12-foot-tall statue depicts the president and convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein holding hands, along with a plaque that reads, "In honor of Friendship Month, we celebrate the long-lasting bond between President Donald J. Trump and his closest friend, Jeffrey Epstein."
It's hilarious. It's entirely appropriate. Two of them are, bound at the hip.
Two other plaques include quotes from a birthday note allegedly written by the president to Epstein. The White House has denied the letter is legitimate.
The president did not write this letter. He did not sign this letter.
The pop-up comes nearly 2 weeks after the Senate voted 51-49 against a bill that would have forced the public release of case files related to the sex trafficking investigation into Epstein. Those files, dubbed the Epstein files.
I think there are probably a lot of people in it, and like all, devious stuff, whoever's in it, it should all come to light, either side.
I think it's something that people should not forget.
Onlooker Joey Poole calling the statue a reminder of what's at stake.
I think that we should hold our leaders accountable if they indeed are in there.
I'm surprised Trump didn't order to have those damn statues taken down, or even just the one on my side, cut them in the middle and pull me off of there. Y'all do me a favor, because y'all know y'all ain't hear about that nowhere else. Double tap that screen to get those likes up. We already trying to get to 60,000 subscribers. We're trying to get there, you guys, because guess what? As a unit, you can do it. Let's go ahead and get those subscriptions up. Anybody, let's go ahead and become a member. Hit that notification bell right there so that you know when we're on. It ain't over. Y'all thought it was over. It's not over. It ain't over. I told you it's not over. The party ain't over. Let's keep on going. We got this teaching assistant that was locked up, and he's gonna get out. But he has something a little funky. There was something funky going on with this guy. Let me show you what he was doing. This teacher's assistant, I don't know if he was trying to get more work or if he was just a class clown, but look at what this teacher's assistant thought it would be funny to do.
That's tonight. I'm Kaylin Richards. Continuing coverage out of the PD, a teaching assistant at West Florence High School is facing charges after authorities say he caused a mysterious and disruptive odor at the school for weeks. 32-year-old Alexander Lewis was arrested Friday. Now today he appeared in court, and that's where ABC 15's Alexis Cooper has more details.
32-year-old Alexander Lewis is charged with disturbing schools and malicious injury to property.
Deputies say Lewis, a teaching assistant at West Florence High School, used a spray he bought online to mimic the smell of feces. Investigators believe he sprayed it multiple times between August 25th and September 19th, disrupting classes, triggering health issues, and costing the district nearly $55,000 in inspections and air conditioning damages.
The charges, sir, are going to be returnable to two different courts. The militia.
So you mean to tell me this guy getting in trouble for spraying fart spray? How about y'all just tell the truth for what it is? He had some strong fart spray. He's an assistant teacher, and he decided to spray it at the school. He probably was going to try to blame it on the kids, though, huh?
This injury to personal property charge is going to be returnable to
this
General
fool here
Sessions
came in
Court
like, ain't it funky enough?
November 19th at 9
Funky.
o'clock.
What makes the
bond for
beat
that
so
charge is gonna be
funky?
$8,000.
Is it funky
That
enough?
is a surety bond. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right. The bond for the interfering with schools is going to be returnable to Florence Magistrate's Court on October the 15th at 10 o'clock. And the bond for that is $1,090. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Lewis's total bond was set at just over $9,000. For weeks, students and staff reported headaches, nausea, and dizziness from what they described as a strong gas-like smell. We talked to several parents over the course of several weeks, this one sharing health concerns.
My son has been, his asthma has been triggered multiple times because
That assistant teacher said, "What's wrong, y'all? Ain't it funky enough? Funky, 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 funky. What makes the beat so funky? It's getting funky, you're smelling funky. Ooh, it's smelling funky, you're smelling funky. Ooh." Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because we got this situation I want you guys to see. These are another situations where officers, sometimes they got to get down and dirty and take the law into their own hands, even if they're wrestling alligators. Come on, y'all, let's go. Let's get into it. Let's get it.
Sheriff's Office showing deputies capturing a gator sitting on a resident's front porch. Deputies threw down that trashing critter, wrestling it. Look at that. It was thrashing everywhere, wrapping it all up with tape and tossing it into the patrol vehicle for a personal escort to a safer location. Released video by the Lake County Sheriff's Office showing deputies capturing a gator sitting on a resident's front porch. Deputies threw down that trashing critter, wrestling it. Look at that. It was thrashing everywhere, wrapping it all up with tape and
So you guys, a part of becoming a deputy in Florida, I need you guys to understand the requirements. Part of becoming a deputy in Florida, you got to know how to wrestle alligators. Y'all heard it, y'all seen it, and y'all know what y'all got to do. So anybody interested, go on over, call them up, tell them you ready. I'm ready to get me some gator. That's alligator over there. Keep on moving forward, you guys. I got some funny stuff over here. Not even funny, but how smart do you think dogs are? Especially the ones that do corralling. They have these contests going on sometimes where these dogs, they have to corral ducks in something such as small as a hula hoop. Y'all know the hula hoop that y'all used to do this when y'all was little? I actually was pretty good with the hula hoop. Check this out, you guys. They got this situation right here. This is kind of cool. I never saw this before, and I thought that it made me just look like, it made me just say, dogs, especially these dogs, the herding dogs, they're phenomenal. They're mad, they're very smart. Watch this. These are herding dogs. I've never seen anything like that. Now I know what herding dogs can do, the ability of a herding dog. Did you guys ever seen a herding dog before? Hey, I guess you learn something new every day, right? Y'all know what else y'all can learn? Y'all can learn how to make some money, 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 money. All y'all got to do is hit that link in the description. You'll make some money and I'll make some money too. Why, Bugatti? Because we put some surveys in there. Go handle a survey. See if the survey pertains to you, and you'll be able to make up to $650 if you guys decide to do a survey today. Also, if you got a business you're trying to promote, guess what? We've got over 50,000 subscribers. If you remember, if you're already subscribed to the channel and you're trying to get your business out there, I need you to send over your promo. Just make sure it's in a 1080 by 1080 size frame, and you guys will be able to promote your business on our platform. Also, that's right, y'all know what we got coming up October the 4th. We're going to be in the Throgsneck Superstore doing what? The Show Your Talent search. That's the talent search where you pull up and you show us your talent. Not just singing, not just dancing, because talent is vast. You could be a talented chef. You could be a talented architect. I don't know what you do, but if you're trying to make $250 off your talent, all you got to do is show up at the location and let us see what you got. And if you're the one, boom, you're gonna make $250. And then once we do all the locations in Manhattan, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, Staten Island, we come back to the Manhattan location, and that same person will have a chance to possibly make $1,000 on the top of that $250. You guys, if you want to be a part of the Show Your Talent search, all you got to do is hit that link in the description. I'm sorry, go to the website, www.drinkbigdrip.com. Right down in the first page, there's a mailing list. That's right, www.drinkbigdrip.com. Go to the link in the mailing list, put your email address there, and you'll get all of the updates of what Big Drip has going on. That's right, you guys. You see this right here? That's the sponsor of said event, Big Drip Hard Punch. 14% alcohol by volume. Ask for it in stores. That's the sponsor right there for the Show Your Talent search. And that's right, I'm going to be hosting the event, and guess who's going to be there this week? That week, it's going to be DJ Don Dada, same one that we had last time from the Black Ink crew. Again, you guys want to be a part of the Show Your Talent search, all you got to do is go to the website, www.drinkbigdrip.com. It's Thursday, y'all. I want you guys to be safe out there. Drink some water. Understand that problems present opportunities. Stop looking at a problem like, oh my God, I got all these problems. List them. Deal with them one at a time. Look at the end goal, and that's what you need to set yourself up for. Because guess what? As long as God gives us another day to fight and to bang that nail and get it right, we need to just keep on doing that. And then after a while, we'll get those solutions to come together for those problems. Stop worrying all the time. Let's stay prayed up. I want to pray for who? I want to pray for Batty Lynn. Want to pray for Luigi, allegedly as well. Cat Dad is up in the building. Who else we got up in here? Mark Dorfman. Demonetized Liberty and Justice. Kelly. Rebecca Lon Yen Bueno. My brother Casey. Who else do we have up in the building? Mark Dorfman. Chaos. Praying for you as well. God bless you. Dot Focus, my brother. God bless you and have a fantastic day, everybody. Y'all stay safe out there. Drink some water. Amen. That's how we do it over here. And y'all already know what it is. Tomorrow's Friday, same time, 6 o'clock. We gonna be right here to turn up again the way that we always do. Y'all already know what it is. Y'all could have went anywhere, but the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. So until tomorrow, thank God it's Friday. Get 'em. Peace.